All right, so this is everything gotten from the Brooklyn Cyclones on May 22nd, 2024. As you can see, it's a decent amount of stuff. I haven't been to the place in 6 years, so I did do a little bit of shopping. There's really only two things here, or sorry, three things out of the however many that I actually bought. But anyway, let's start with the simple stuff. Printed ticket, you see Hudson Valley Cyclones, um, May 22nd, section, gate, row, all that. And this has credit card info on it, so I can't even flip it over because it's double-sided for some reason. I'm going to put down the floor over here, and we will go to this schedule. So actually first, let's go to this, because when you're in the team store, you see, what you would normally put like pocket schedules and stuff in. So it's like I grabbed one, and it's like, this isn't a pocket schedule, but I kept it anyway for some reason. So if any of you guys want, you can get $5 off tickets. Use code FUNDAY. I have no idea why that just fell. I haven't. That's really strange. But anyway, strange things have been happening when I film these videos. Um, $5 off tickets to Sunday games. All of that, all of that, all of that. So anyway, it's just an advertisement. Free hot dog with code YUMMY on Tuesday or Wednesdays. So there's that. But here's the actual schedule. It's not really a pocket schedule. It's just more of a sheet. They throw this in the bag for you at the store, and they're also handing it out at the gate. But there you go, 2024 schedule. There's your schedule. I noticed when I was looking back here's your promotions. When I was looking back at the Jacksonville video I did, I noticed that I showed one side of the pocket schedule, but I didn't really show anything on the other side. Now I showed it, you could see everything. It's truthfully not a huge deal because it was just, exactly what you'd expect. Weekly promotion schedule and stuff. But I realized that I never actually went over it. I showed it for like a second and then moved on. So I only see these every once in a while. I don't know if they only make these balls when there's a significant change in one of the team logos or something. But it's been a while since I've gotten one of these, and whenever I do happen to see one, I usually pick it up just because they're kind of cool. So this is the South Atlantic League ball that just has a bunch of all the teams on it, and here it's just like a jumble of everything on these two sides. But they also split up into divisions. So this, I believe, is like the North Division. So you have Jersey Shore, Wilmington, Hudson Valley, Brooklyn Cyclones, Aberdeen, and then Greensboro, because I think they just needed a place to put them. And then the Southern, you have Hickory, Winston-Salem, Bowling Green, Asheville, Rome, and Greenville. And to put things into perspective, Greensboro is neighboring, oh, I shouldn't say that for sure. I don't know, but it's the same market as Winston-Salem, who's in the South Division, and Greensboro is in the North Division. I shouldn't say that they're neighboring because I can't say that 100%. I didn't look at a map, but I know they're the same market. They call that the Triad, and it's the three cities of Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and High Point. They're all right next to each other. So your neighbor is in a completely different division. Here is the hat. This is the hat they're wearing. Before this, the only hat that I had was this one from 2018, and I like getting the on-field caps now. So I would have chosen anyone for their main logo because this is their main logo, but is at the same time an alternate because it's gold. It's not the standard. There has to be a logo here on something. Oh, right on here, right? Yeah, it's like a white and then kind of a red is their normal colors, and this is gold, but it's the same logo, and obviously I saw them wear this that day, so. And this is something I really like. No programs, but it's one of the few teams I know of that have media guides. Only other team, and I could be mistaken, but from memory, the only other minor league team that was selling media guides in the store was Altoona. That's the first media guide I ever got, and then I was kind of on a kick after that. But the only other place I could find media guides were at major league stadiums. So anyway, this is a media guide, so it's going to be a little long. So I'm just going to quickly go through it. Cyclones ownership, Cyclones front office, Mets baseball operations. And, this is going to have a lot of information. This is literally what they give media. So it's going to have a lot of stuff in it. Player info. This is going to go not just current Brooklyn Cyclones, but, pretty much anyone that could go up or down. Looks like all these pictures are from spring training. League opponents. I like this part. You can see all the info about the stadiums, Aberdeen, Asheville, and in the South Atlantic League, I have personally been to a lot of these stadiums. So I've been to Aberdeen. Before I started making these videos, I still have yet to make a video at Aberdeen. Why is the focus struggling? Been to Greensboro, been to Greenville, been to Hickory, been to Hudson Valley, been to Jersey Shore, been to Rome, been to Wilmington. This entire page I've been to. Winston-Salem was one of the few that I did not get to down in North Carolina when I lived down there for a year. But hopefully I will one day. 23 stats, league leaders. Now we move on to the franchise timeline of the Brooklyn Cyclones, if any of that interests any one of you. Like I said, I'm flipping through this really fast because it's a media guide. But, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. And also, I guess I'm kind of giving away everything. But if you really, want this for yourself, I always encourage you to buy it from them. This isn't a free thing. This is something that you buy from them. So another reason why I go through it a little bit quicker is that if you really want to dig into this, you should buy it from them yourself. I do like this as well, the map. You can see just how many were around New Jersey, where I'm from and currently live again, and then where I lived for a year down in the Charlotte area. So that's why I have been to the majority of these stadiums. And stuff about the park. Hosted a couple all-star games. Brooklyn ballpark facts. Game attendance figures. Radio. And there's your schedule again. And I believe that's it. So, anyway, that is it for me. I was really happy to go back to Brooklyn for the first time in 6 years. I could go more often. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, but from Jersey, Brooklyn is just difficult to get to traffic-wise. I mean, you're on interstates for the most part and main roads, but it's just getting to Brooklyn. You have to, it's not like some of the other places where it's like, you're barely in the city. Like going to Yankee Stadium, you're only in the city for a little bit. Going to Staten Island, you're only in the city for a little bit. Brooklyn, you have to go like through the entire Staten Island and through a lot of Brooklyn to get to Coney Island, and it's a whole day. So anyway, that is it for me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. All right, and somehow after that, I completely forgot, one of the usual things that I get, which is a souvenir cup, and Brooklyn actually has a pretty good one here. This is, like I said, Brooklyn. You see the slogan, "Amazing starts here." Cyclones, you see roller coasters from the amusement park. You see that parachute ride. You see that could be the Cyclone itself. And then along the bottom, you see, well, let's start here. Brooklyn in the background, and then Cyclones in the foreground there. So, yeah, pretty cool cup. It really just, shows, the whole Coney Island, and you see even in the background the BC Brooklyn Cyclones logo. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. And now I think that is it. I don't know how this is the thing that I forgot, but it is. So, anyway, that's it for me, and I'll see you all later.